Cody Briggs and Monique McHale are building their dream home in Perth. But 3 years since construction began and 12 interest rate rises later, they're close to the edge.
It wouldn't take much at all to drop us into the red, sort of just running that line right now.
Squeezed between building delays, cost blowouts and the tight rental market, the couple opted to buy another home to live in. 70% of their income is now going towards their mortgages.
I am pretty stressed. I try not to think about it because it's better to be ignorant and not think about it than face the reality that, oh, we might not make the next progress payment. We might end up having to sell this home.
More Australians than ever before are at risk of mortgage stress, topping figures recorded during the global financial crisis in 2008.
1.5 million Australians are now at risk of mortgage stress, and that is a record. But the real impact is if someone loses their job. Their income disappears or gets halved if 1 out of 2 lose their job.
In the year to June, the number of households on average a month or more behind on their mortgage repayments has increased to almost 1%. Delinquencies have risen in every state and territory, with the most pain being felt in the NT, Western Australia, Victoria and New South Wales. At a regional level, Queensland's outback recorded the worst rate in the country, followed by Tasmania's southeast, WA's outback and Shepparton in northern Victoria.
Prime mortgage arrears are increasing as expected, but they still remain low and are hovering around long-term averages. We certainly expect arrears to continue to rise, and in terms of how long and so forth, I think ultimately that will be dependent on where interest rates head and where they finally peak.
That's a situation 29-year-old Seda Celine Agan could find herself in. She's paying rent while also building a home.
It's about 50% of my income, including rent. Once my build progresses towards the final stages, I had a look at the numbers, it's going to be just under 80%.
How are you feeling about the months ahead?
A bit terrified, to be honest, yeah. It's not great. I feel like I've been sort of cornered into the situation.
Good morning, St Vincent de Paul. May I have your name, please?
Across the country, financial hotlines are being swamped.
They're highly stressed. Nobody likes to get on a phone and speak to somebody about their finances because usually it's that taboo that nobody wants to talk about.
The nation's biggest lender, the Commonwealth Bank, has reached out to 100,000 customers it deems most at risk of default. Another reprieve for borrowers might be in sight, with financial markets betting the Reserve Bank will keep interest rates on hold in September. For Cody and Monique, putting a roof on their dream home must happen sooner rather than later.
You work so hard to get this and to get everything you have, and then you sort of just have to potentially throw it away and end up in a worse position.
The couple haven't yet had to ask for help, but fear that could change with just one more rate rise.